We first visited the Monolithic Nandi. It is a 10-meter long and 6-meter high, India's biggest monolithic Nandi statue. It faces the Sivalinga of Veerabhadra Swamy temple, shielded by a seven-headed snake. Next, we visited the Jatayu theme park. The story of Lepakshi originates from the epic Ramayana. It is said that Jatayu had a furious battle with Ravana when he tried to rescue Mata Sita from Ravana's abduction attempt. But he could not withstand Ravana's power and fell off to earth after losing his wings. It is believed that Jatayu's wing fell on the rocks here. When Lord Rama commanded the bird to rise, Lepakshi, this place got its name. Next, we visited Veerabhadra Swamy temple, built at the time of Vijayanagara Empire by Krishnadevaraya's younger brother Achyutadevaraya, the ruler at Penukonda, capital city at that time. Virupanna was the treasurer of Achyutadevaraya, who has overseen the construction of this temple, and Jakanna Hampanna was the architect of this temple. The construction took 16 years. This place was a 5 acre of single piece Kumara Shaila, or the tortoise shaped rock. The main deity here is Veerabhadra Swami. The entire story of this temple is carved on stones at 10 places in Old Kannada or Hali Kannada language. The entire temple and pillars are built by cutting these large stones. As soon as we entered, we noticed these large corridors that stretched from the four sides of the temple. There are three enclosures to the temple. The first has lodging facilities for guests, and the second is dancing hall, and the innermost one houses the Garbhagriha or Sanctum Sanctorium. The temple walls have self-interlock mechanism. The dance hall is a very beautiful structure with 70 stone pillars that have wonderful carvings and some very nice murals on the ceiling. The roof has many beautiful murals. They look good even today. These are pictures from Ramayana, Mahabharata, and Purans, and one picture also shows Virupanna. Overall, it's a very ornate and rich hall with beautiful sight everywhere. In the dancing hall, on one of the pillars, the Apsara Rambha is dancing, and on the other pillars, various gods and other celestial beings are carved out as musicians, and Bhringi, the three-legged dance teacher of the Apsaras, is shown. The carvings are all very nice and beautifully done. There is also a carving depicting the Vikshatna, where Lord Shiva is begging to atone for having cut off Brahma's fifth head. All the pillars in the Natya Mandapa have beautiful carvings, and the roof in the central space has a beautiful flower with 100 petals. Of the 70 pillars in this hall, one pillar does not rest on the ground and is the hanging pillar. Supposedly, a British engineer named Hamilton tried to find the secret of the hanging pillar and damaged it in the process, with the result of that one corner touches the ground now. It also resulted in slight shift of all other pillars from its original place. The main sanctum sanctorium or Garbhagriha has many other deities in addition to the idol of Veerabhadra Swamy. Outside and behind the sanctum sanctorium is a huge statue of a seven-headed snake protecting a Sivalinga. The serpent faces the room that was used as a kitchen by the mother of the sculptor. The story goes like this, that one day when the sculptor came for lunch, it was not ready as his mother had been engaged in some pujas, as it was an auspicious day. The mother asked her son to wait while she prepared food. The sculptor did not want to sit idle, and this statue was what he made while he waited for lunch. Then his mother came out, saw the statue, and was very impressed by the beauty of it. However, her drishti caused the statue to have two vertical cracks on the coils of the snake, and the sculptor was quite saddened by it, saying no one would ever notice his work. However, she advised him to put a Sivalinga in between the coil of the snake and said people would then pray. This is the sculpture of Saptamatrika. They are Brahmini, Maheshwari, Kumari, Vaishnavi, Varahi, Indrani, and Chamunda. These carvings depict the story of Sri Kalahasti temple near Tirupati. It shows a spider, Bhakt Kanapa, snake, and elephant worshipping Sivalinga. Right behind the snake is a huge idol of Ganesha. Just beside the Ganesha is the site of the unfinished Kalyana Mandapa or marriage hall. There are many pillars with fantastic carvings. The theme of the Kalyana Mandapa is the wedding of Shiva and Parvati, and the images of all the main guests that attended have been carved on pillars that form a rough square in the center. It seemed that some vested interest convinced then king that Virupanna was squandering the resources of royal treasury, and the king, angered by this, ordered for him to be blinded. Virupanna was standing at the site of the Kalyana Mandapa when he heard this news, and he himself plucked out his eyeballs and threw them on the nearby wall. On one side of Kalyana Mandapa is the Lata Mandapa, which has about 36 pillars, and each of these pillars have a unique design on each face of the pillar, thus making up 144 unique designs. Lepakshi is known for saris, and it is these designs that have inspired those sari designs. This lingam is established by the Chola king from Tamil Nadu at some 800 years ago. During Mahashivaratri festival, the temple attracts huge gathering along with yagya. Right beside the Kalyana Mandapa on the rock is a huge footprint. Supposedly, this is Sita Mata's footprint. Another interesting sight is this lunch plate or thali, shaped sculpture carved in the rocks. I hope you have enjoyed this travelogue. Until we meet again, take care and bye bye.